Denver International Airport, or DEN Airport, is shrouded in secrecy, riddled with weird statues and creepy art, and is a place of strange stories and myths. People even questioned why DEN Airport was built in the first place. The current airport opened in 1995, but there was a fully functioning one closer to downtown. This new version is twice the size of Manhattan, and the development went $2 billion over budget. But even before the current Denver International Airport opened, it was the subject of countless conspiracy theories. Is there any truth behind the rumors? That's what we intend to get to the bottom of in this episode of the Infographics Show. A cursed airport? The Denver Airport. A quick Google search on DEN Airport brings back numerous stories from both mainstream media and independent conspiracy sites, so something's clearly going on. Before we get into the conspiracy stories, let's first take a tour of the inside of this creepy, gigantic building. It's famous for its terrifying 32-foot-tall statue of a giant horse with fiery, glowing eyes. The Denver locals call him Blucifer, according to media outlet Slate. But even freakier is the odd story of the red-eyed statue called Blue Mustang that killed its sculptor Luis Jimenez. It fell on him and severed an artery. And inside the airport, there are more disturbing art pieces, including a mural of a devil jumping out of a suitcase and a statue of Anubis, the ancient Egyptian god of death. Some of the more controversial art pieces have now been removed, including a character that resembled a Nazi officer in a gas mask, children in front of a burning building, and kids gathered around a knife. Not the usual style you'd expect from an airport terminal building. So what about the conspiracy theories that surround DEN Airport? One that's talked about a lot is the shape of the runways. An aerial view of the runways at the airport shows that they resemble the shape of a swastika. And this is not a typical formation for an airport's runways. The explanation from an airport representative is that the runways are designed that way so that they can be used simultaneously regardless of the weather patterns. She told the UK newspaper The Telegraph, "We think the shape looks like a pinwheel." But in the same Telegraph article, it was also pointed out that New York's JFK and the Las Vegas and Miami airports all have very different layouts, so this certainly gives us something to think about. There are also dedication markers and plaques around the airport with some rather odd symbolism on them that looks like the Masonic Square. This has led to other conspiracies claiming that construction of the new airport was funded by the New World Airport Commission. However, when you search for that name, it seems to come up only in connection with DEN Airport, which has led others to draw the conclusion that the airport is actually funded by the Nazi group the New World Order. The date of the airport's dedication also happens to be March 19, 1994. If you add those numbers together, 191994, you get 33. This is the highest level one can achieve in Freemasonry, which represents perfection, and that Masonic Square also links to the Illuminati group, of course. So the book is out on this one. New World Order, Freemasonry, Illuminati, or just a coincidence? We wanted to find out the root of this conspiracy, and it seems the theory of the airport being the Illuminati headquarters gained ground when it was covered on Jesse Ventura's woke TV show Conspiracy Theory in 2010. It gained so much ground, in fact, that many of the mainstream news outlets have investigated the theory, and in 2016 the airport's CEO, Kim Day, had to make a statement in response to it. She said, "Whether it's because of our impressive size, expansive infrastructure, or robust public art program, Denver International Airport has long heard the rumors, innuendo, and internet chatter about being the center of conspiracies, from the absurd to the entertaining." She also announced that the airport will be dedicating the month of October to embracing that strangeness and sharing in the fun. The month-long celebration included all sorts of odd conspiracy activities, such as conspiracy art tours, conspiracy theories uncovered art exhibition, and even a conspiracy costume party. Can there be any more strange rumors about this conspiracy-ridden airport facility? Well, actually, yes, the plot thickens. There are also a number of theories about what lies beneath the airport. According to BuzzFeed, a former airport construction worker claims 5 multi-story buildings were built underneath the airport. This, he said, was the reason the airport was so far behind schedule. He also said that there was a complex network of tunnels beneath the airport. This claim has been made by many others and led to theories that these underground buildings were everything from New World Order command bunkers to post-apocalyptic fallout shelters for the global elite, including billionaires and politicians. One theory even claims there was a makeshift Federal Emergency Management Agency or FEMA concentration camp waiting to be used beneath the Denver airport. But the airport just isn't set up correctly for gassing people, so this theory seems far-fetched. There are so many theories on what's beneath the airport that it's hard to know what's true and what is not. The most plausible theory seems to be that these underground tunnels are used for the airport's rail system and the overly huge baggage system that was going to be deployed but didn't materialize. So what is the truth behind the Denver airport? There are literally hundreds of theories online, and many of them contradict each other. We know it's a huge and expensive construction that didn't necessarily need to be so big, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything shady is going on at the airport. And compared to similar international airports, it could be considered a bargain build, as Hong Kong International Airport, which was built around the same time, cost a whopping $20 billion. And though there is another airport, it is much older and poorly designed to serve Denver's growing needs. The tunnels, which have some conspiracy theorists excited, are used for transport and moving baggage. But the artwork? That seems to have most people stumped, as it's certainly strange for an airport terminal. One thing that doesn't have to stump you is choosing a great website builder. Wix is an amazing platform for anybody. Whether you're a complete beginner, a business owner, a professional designer, or even a professional website builder, you'll never have to worry if your website is safe and secure, or if it'll go down because of something you can't even understand. Wix does all the heavy lifting. You can finally create that amazing website you've been dreaming about and support the Infographics show at the same time by going to wix.com/go/infographics or by clicking the link in the description. Do you have your own theories about the strange goings-on at Den International Airport? Let us know in the comments. Also, be sure to check out our other video, The Truth About the Illuminati Revealed. We hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Infographics show. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.